Hey guys, it's me, Kimberly Clark. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a very exciting review and demo on the new shadows from CoffeeBreakwithDani and Ittse called the Lotus collection. So if you're not familiar with CoffeeBreakwithDani, then you're about to be in for the most lovely, heartwarming, beautiful, wonderful, lovely treat of a person ever. Dani is a fabulous beauty blogger. I have followed her for since I started my channel, since I really started getting into beauty videos, and she's just been such an inspiration to me. I was just so thrilled when she reached out to me and was like, would you want to check out this new eyeshadow thing I've been working on? And I was like, girl. So Ittse is a brand from San Francisco. They are gluten-free, cruelty-free, paraben-free, you know, the whole free people. The premise of this company is to kind of customize your own eyeshadow palettes and face palettes. So basically right up my alley, putting the onus on the user to only purchase the things that they want and will use. It just seems very practical. It just goes along with what I do. Do you know what I mean? And Ittse has done some collaborations with other YouTubers in the past, and this is their collaboration with Dani. Here is the box that the set comes in. You get 4 eyeshadows, or foiling pigments as they're called. They're not really proper eyeshadows. They're really pigments that you need to apply with a foiling medium. Ittse also sent me this beautiful little palette to put my pans in. It's a really nice, small, compact size. It has a beautiful mirror inside and this kind of protective sheet. Now, if you're looking at this and you're like, this packaging looks familiar, that's right, it's the same exact packaging as Natasha Denona's eyeshadows. Go figure. It's got the magnets, it's got the foam, it's super sturdy, super safe for your shadows. I'm really happy with it. So inside, I've got the 4 shadows, and I'm just gonna fold this back and show them to you. I mean, even just from them sitting in this dirty pan, you can see how beautiful they are. We've got Stronger, Wiser, Better, and Determined. Stronger is a beautiful kind of iridescent pink with blue and teal shimmers in it. This is what I'm wearing on my lid today, as you will see me apply later. Wiser is a kind of beautiful, indigo bluish version of Stronger. Now, this is a sapphire shadow, a kind of beautiful blue shadow base with all these beautiful pinks, purple, teal, all different kinds of glitters in there. Then we've got Better. Better is a beautiful kind of ocean, sea, beautiful version of this same type of formula. Very pigmented, tons of pigment, tons of glitter, tons of beautiful dimension in these shadows. They're fabulous. And then Determined. This is just a straight up, very wearable, very neutral gold shade. Now this one doesn't have as much glitter in it. I don't think it really has any. It's really just kind of a gold leaf, beautiful foiled eyeshadow, just fabulous. Oh, I love it. I love the fact that they are pressed into pans, but you still get the same kind of results that you would get with a loose pigment. I'm really excited about this tray too, this palette. The next thing I'm going to do for this is I'm going to get some Makeup Geek shadows, maybe some foils, maybe some duochromes, so I can actually just pop them in here and make this just the perfect center of the lid explosion unicorn sparkle palette. Yes, God! So if you want to see how these shadows actually applied, keep watching and stay tuned for this demo. So I don't have anything on my eyes, just a white highlighting powder. This is MAC Emphasize. And I'm going to start with this shade. It's called Spook. It is from the LunatiCK Cosmetic Labs Supernatural palette. I'm just going to pack that shade on wherever I'm going to blend out my crease color, and then I'm going to really blend it out. Then taking a MAC 217 brush, just a natural hair blending brush. I'm just going to really, really blend out the top part. The shade Spook has a little bit of sheen to it, but for this kind of diffuse, smoky, reddish eye with the pop of iridescent color on the lid, I think it should be fine. Now I'm just going to deepen up the kind of bottom, or where the bottom of that crease is going to be, just with the edge of this brush. This is just a Face Secrets eye contour brush. Now, normally when I do a cut crease, I do the lid shade first, and then I try to place the darkest color carefully towards the bottom of that crease. But today I'm trying this kind of erase lid situation, so it's okay if I get some color below where that line's going to be. You'll see. And that's my crease shade. Has this ever happened to you where you're sharpening your jumbo pencil and it just breaks off? A quick fix for this I've heard, and I've tried it, it works. You put these in the freezer for like an hour and then they're way easier to sharpen. They're way less soft and gunky. Anyway, we're gonna try to work with this. So this is my e.l.f. jumbo eye pencil in milk. And what I'm going to do is just take this all... I'm going to just take it with my fingers because the pencil's all fucked up. I'm just going to like take that cream. It's basically just like clown white when you break up the pencil. I'm just going to dab that all over my lid. I'm going to take this e.l.f. flat eyeliner brush. It's just like a flat, squarish brush. See, I've got that e.l.f. milk pencil kind of smushed up on my finger here. I'm going to take some of that product, and then I'm just going to trace out where I want my crease to be, just kind of by stamping and creating the line. See, and that's kind of the same look that I would have gotten if I had done the white base first and then done my crease color. This is just a little... It's kind of like erasing. Do you know what I mean? Like we put the crease color down and now we're like erasing it to create the negative space for the pop of color on the lid. I like this technique. I think I saw Nikki tutorials actually, oh fuck. It seemed like a great technique for doing like a draggy cut crease. Okay, so now we are going to introduce the star of the show. This is the shade Stronger. It's just a really beautiful duochrome iridescent foiling shade, and I am using this Sigma cream color E58 brush. I think I'm going to start it about here and go all the way to where that red shade starts, and I'm just going to push the shadow around, just like the way Dani suggests in her how-to video on how to use these shadows. And then I'm just going to pat straight down and pick up some of that product. So you can see I've got a lot of loose pigment on there. Then I'm going to take some MAC Fix Plus and I'm going to spray it. Just 2 little spritzes. And then that shadow is wet and ready to be foiled. Girl. While that brush is still damp, I'm just going to dip back in and pick up some of the excess product that I already kind of broke up. And because we did this negative cut crease thing, I could see exactly where to place my shadow, exactly how far up I can go. And do the exact same method for the other eye. Now, as you can see, as these apply, they are a little patchy and chunky, but that's because there is just so much loose pigment in these. If you really just keep packing and spreading it out, you're going to get a lot of smooth, beautiful duochrome coverage. Just keep packing it right up to that line. I'm just going to take more on the very end of that brush and just really make sure I've got plenty of product right up against that crease line. Okay, now with the other side of that brush, I'm going to take the shade Determined. This is that beautiful, just pure metallic, very neutral gold shade. And I'm going to take this and pack it right on to the inner corner. Again, staying below that crease line. Because these are so like full of glitter and sparkle, you really don't need to blend them that much. I mean, look at these guys. They're already kind of blending together perfectly. Same thing, other eye. Voila. I'm gonna do my liner and my brows and then I'll be back. So before I do my liner, I'm just going to blend in that kind of outer edge with that red shade Spook. Just taking a little bit of product on the end of my MAC 217, really kind of like buffing it in to the outer edge and just making it blend seamlessly. Okay, now I'm gonna do my liner. BRB. Okay, so the snot rags are back on my nose. So I've done this like crazy dramatic drag wing. For the lower lash line, I'm going to tightline with this Sephora waterproof contour inner rim gel eyeliner. This is in the shade Wide Eyed. Now I'm going to try to foil some of that beautiful gold shade Determined on the inner corner. I'm going to use this small detail brush. I'm going to use the exact same process that I used before. I'm going to push the product around in the pan and then tap it and then wet it. And that just applies like a dream. It's fabulous. I will say I'm getting a little tiny bit of fallout with this gold, but the particles that fall on your face are generally dry. They're not kind of attached with the pigment, so they won't attach to your face, so they're easy to get rid of. And then just for the hell of it, I'm going to use that same brush and try to foil on that other beautiful iridescent reddish shade Stronger onto the outer part of my waterline. Oh, girl. I mean, that's stunning. Okay, let's add some liner below that. Just a drag, like a drag. I'm going to take my little Cosette D230, just this beautiful little smudger brush. I'm going to take that LunatiCK shade Spook. Let's see how it looks with the lashes. Okay, BRB. So that is the finished eye look. Got my lashes on. I'm actually just wearing one pair of lashes on top today. It's my Illamasqua Grandeur lashes. I love them. Rest of the face. I'm going to like go in a little heavier with my Magnolia Illuminati highlight. I used this in my Get Ready With Me video and some of you guys were like, wow, you really were restrained with that highlighter. And looking back on it, I was like, yeah, I was. Weird. Just to be fun and indie about it, for the kind of front of my highlight, I'm going to use White Chocolate Frog from Shiro Cosmetics. Now that's crazy. All right, already on my cheeks, I've got a little bit of Fleur Power from MAC. I'm just going to top that off. I kind of used it to warm up my face a little bit before I started doing the eye look, but I'm just going to sandwich that highlight a little bit in between. This is just like a gorgeous, like slightly rosy pink shade. For lips, I'm going to try to do this kind of like nudie pinky lip. I'm going to start with my NYX Sand Pink lip liner. Then on a little lip brush, I'm going to take this shade from Besame Cosmetics. This is one that I just depotted and it is called Portrait Pink. And then going to top off the center of this lip with some OCC lip tar in the shade Ophelia. That's my finished pucker. Before I set this face, I'm going to add my beauty mark. I always forget to do that on camera. So today I'm going to use the Skindiniavia makeup finishing spray to set my face. Now let's put on some hair. BRB. So this is the finished look. I love how the kind of like reddish tones of that iridescent shadow stronger kind of play with the red in that rusty LunatiCK shade Spook in the crease. I think it's really beautiful. You know, like a red kind of smoky eye I think is kind of hard to pull off. I know Jaclyn Hill just did one recently and talks about it a little bit. But I really feel like one surefire way to like make the red in the crease seem more natural is to put an even more unnatural shade like on the lid. So I love how this kind of like alien purpley pink duochrome shade with that crazy gold really just like makes the red crease look just normal. Whereas if I were wearing like, say, I don't know, like a matte cream eyeshadow on the lid, I feel like the crease might look like just like red irritation and weirdness. Anyway, that's just what I think. You may think my eyes look like pink eye madness, but I don't, and I don't care. Yay! I'm just so proud of Dani. I know a lot of YouTubers do like lots of collaborations and stuff, but I love her. I love her message. I think what she stands for, the way she talks about things, her entire personality is just so sweet and real and beautiful, and I'm just so proud of her. And Dani, I just want to say congratulations so much on this amazing collaboration. You know, there's nothing but great things for you in the future, and I'm so glad that you have included me in your journey. I just want to say thank you so much. I can't stop looking at them, it's just so pretty. I'm Kimberly Clark. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was informative enough for you. I hope you learned something. I hope you got to see how beautiful and dramatic these shades can actually appear. Again, if you want more kind of basic info about this collection, check out Dani's video. I will link it down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Check out my other videos. Check out my Listen Up series, important things for you to think about as an intelligent person. Anti-hauls, hauls, reviews. I got it all here. We got it all for you. I'm Kimberly Clark. Bye.